It's Dave TV for March the 2nd, 2011. Just doing my exercises this morning. Make sure the beard's clean. Got a few things from the DCR TV World of Jingles.
Hear the thrill of baseball on WBAL. Gonna feel the pride touching everyone inside. The environment team, a part of the American dream. Feel the best, Baltimore. Feel the thrill, Orioles. Feel the thrill of baseball on WBAL.
Okay, what is old is what is old is new again. The Orioles are that was from when the Orioles were on BAL 1090 AM in Baltimore way back. When was that? In the 90s or so. So they're back on BAL this season. So we're listening to more. Let's see. What other? Okay, here's a WBAL.
11's on your side. 11's on your side.
That's a WBAL TV jingle there. Yeah, okay. So anyhow, we got some cool jingles here. Well, I had one I wanted you to hear. Let's see. What's this one?
Here's on the Eddie Gallaher Show, coming to you from Metro Media Stereo in Washington, WASH 97.1.
It's 7 o'clock. This is Barton Eckert in the WASH newsroom. The news is sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of the National Capital Area. The news was sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of the National Capital Area.
I didn't hear any news.
This is Barton Eckert, WASH News.
I guess it was a slow news day.
7 o'clock. And time for Jim Simpson to talk sports. Brought to you by...
It must have been a slow news day for Barton there. There's just no news. I think they just cut the news out and just were showing the intros and outros. But good old Barton Eckert, you can hear him on WTOP doing business news now. I believe he works from the Washington Business Journal. So anyhow, there's some interesting jingles. We'll have a lot more of those in the many years to come here on Dave TV. Anyhow, interesting little picture today in the... we got this picture from, let me see. I can't do anything right today. There we go. Look at that. That's Governor Bob McDonald. That's D.C. new Mayor Gray. And there's Martin O'Malley over there from Maryland. They're all hanging out with Reeda Kessler. She's the new Lisa Baden on WTOP in the morning. Let me see. Are those Reeda Kessler, right? She's the new traffic lady on WTOP. Now that they've moved their traffic from Metro Traffic in-house to their own WTOP gas enclosed nerve center. But so they're all hanging out with her. That's cool, isn't it? Yeah. Bob McDonald looks a little shifty there. What's that shadow of light coming down? Is that some kind of divine? I don't know. There's some kind of a divine thing there going on with him. I don't know. God, he's a... well, what the hell? Oh, well. So that's that. Any big news to report today on the 2nd of March? Well, we did the radio ratings yesterday, so I'm not doing those again. Oh, yeah, here, Darrell Issa, he's a Republican congressman in the House of Representatives, and apparently he fired his press spokesman guy because he was doing too much hobnobbing with journos, passing journalists. See, if you're a journalist on Capitol Hill and you send an email to a congressman, the press guy will get the email, and then he keeps the email, and then there's, they can show your email to other reporters and make you look like an idiot, and it's a whole nasty, incestuous thing. If you want to read about it, really good article today on the Washington Post website, Dana Milbank, about the incestuous journo culture there on Capitol Hill, and I really, I love covering Washington media. I've always loved covering Washington media, but I like covering the hometown media. I like covering the TV stations, the radio stations, even the press people that cover the Washington market. There's this whole cadre of journalists that cover Capitol Hill, and they're a strange bunch. And I'm not saying they're all bad, but a lot of them are just, celebrity wannabes, and, it's a very incestuous kind of a field down there, and a lot of these websites that you see they cover the journalists that cover the journalists that cover the media, the hobnobbers down there, and the lobbyists and the politicos down there on Capitol Hill. It's a nasty business down there. I report major things if the head of roll call gets canned or whatever. I report that, but I try to stay away from all this dipshit little Twitter following crap, every little Twitter by every little journalist. Ooh, it's big news. It's like, got a renewal here. One of our great sponsors, DC Redbone, has renewed their ad for through March into April. Do check this out. Click on the site. Click on the ad in the right column on DCRTV. DC Redbone. It is really, really good hot sauce, home of the Anacostias. And it's hot. Okay? Check it out. Global warming and hot sauce. Great combination. Just wanted to show you another thing from my DCRTV record collection, my radio collection. This is a little thing I picked up at the Sharper Image back in the early 2000s. A little emergency radio here. So whenever the power goes out.
Heavy in Manassas, also slowing from 123. Jam
There's Reeda.
Towards the Beltway. Northbound 295 is heavy from Malcolm X to the 11th Street Bridge, and in Montgomery County, eastbound 28 at Shady Grove Road, still the scene of a serious accident. I'm Reeda Kessler, WTOP Traffic.
Winds will be increasing during the
And there's Doug Hill.
bringing warmer air into the upper 50s with the
It gets the power through this little thing, so I don't even have to put batteries in it. There's a wind-up crank here, so if you run out of batteries, you can always still listen to the radio. But as long as you put this in like a window well or something with a lot of sun on it, it just stays charged, and it's quite nice. It's got a little flashlight. It's got a little alarm on it. Quite a nice little radio here.
Upper 50s, periods of rain possible throughout Sunday. Weather updated around the
Now I can't turn it on. How do I turn it? Oh, I see. Turn the knob here. Turn the knob. Okay, a few more things from Dave's record collection, as I hinted. Bah, we're still at the F's. Brian Ferry, Roxy Music, brilliant. The Fix, I always like The Fix. Saved by Zero. Flock of Seagulls, again, one of my guilty pleasure bands. I just like this band. The guy with the big hair, but some cool music. Flash in the Pan, a really, really cool Aussie band from way back in the 80s, I guess. This is really neat. Hey St. Peter, Man in the Middle, Walking in the Rain, and, of course, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. They were famous for about 10 minutes way back when, but I still like Welcome to the Pleasure Dome and some really cool stuff here. Relax, don't do it. And a couple cool things from the DCRTV book collection today. BBC, 70 Years of Broadcasting. I picked this up when I was over in London in the 90s. Really cool. In a previous life, I really think I worked for the BBC back in the early days, back in the 50s. And we'll talk about this more. The Dumont Network, Channel 5, was originally a Dumont station back when the Dumont Network was the fourth network back in the 50s. And we'll get some more into this. The author of this book sent this to me many moons ago, and it's cool. Printed by a local Lanham, Maryland press. So cool for that one. Okay, that's it for Dave TV today. Just catching up on a few things. Don't forget to stay tuned.